राम जय राम ओम श्री 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 राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 ओम श्री राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम ओम Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai 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 Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Sorry for the few minutes delay. Yeah, Hari Om. So where were we? Day for yesterday? Yogakshema Mahamyaham. Huh? Everybody is keeping quiet. Yogakshema.
I am attending today only.
Huh?
Very important.
Very important. Yoga and Shema. The assurance given by the Lord in the Bhagavad Geeta, that sloka, Papa, is so dear to Papa that he brought it out on the first page of the first book, In Quest of God. Because there it is a message of total surrender, which is still a concept for all of us, but how he made it a reality. And so this particular sloka, where the Lord assures that I take care of your yoga and kshema. So during our year-end program, when we were prompted to take up with my master the text, there Papa brings it out, or Shuddhanandaji had beautifully brought it out, the dialogue Papa had with others, and very thought-provoking, because when this Yogakshema was explained, one devotee asked Papa, how do we reach that stage of leaving everything to him, Ananya Chintayanto Mam? Exclusively we depend upon him, nothing else. Very toughest, tall order for all of us. With all our so-called knowledge and practice, still there is something in us which does not prevent us to hand over completely to him. So here, the Lord says, when you completely hand over, lock, stock and barrel, no? Then I take care of your outer and inner welfare. Yoga and Kshema. Yoga stands for inner welfare, union with God. Kshema stands for outer welfare. So when this question was asked, Papa immediately, spontaneously, Ram Nam. We are also chanting Ram Nam. So that made us to think what all fine-tuning steps we have to take in our Ram Nam chanting. We keep on trying. Now we are very clear. The ultimate summit of spiritual journey is to hand ourselves over to him. Though in one go it may not be possible, we try. Each one will try in their own way. There can't be any general prescription for this. So each one, based upon his taste, temperament, aptitude, constitution of the body, mind, intellect, will devise a method by which this can be translated into reality. That was one aspect from that book. Any other aspect from that book? Anybody remembers?
Swami, chanting is to remember him, and remember is to connect him.
Yes, correct. That's also a corollary to what we have said. Correct.
Be one with him. Feel the presence within and within.
So these are the 4 steps that might help us if we ponder over it deeply. Not hearing or reading, Chanting is to remember him. Remembrance will enable us to connect ourselves with him. Connecting ourselves with him will enable us to feel his presence, which will ultimately result in seeing him everywhere. So these are the 4 steps, some clues Papa is giving. The first step, to remember him. How do I remember? I must have some idea about him, otherwise how will I remember? I can bring him as the great provider, the root of all being, the source of all being, the origin of all being. He is love personified. He is compassionate personified. All-encompassing love, not a partial. He is creativity absolute. He is life force absolute. He is awareness absolute. He is intelligence absolute. Papa keeps on. He is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Anything that is okay, not copying somebody's words, We have heard from Papa so many words. We have heard from so many Mahatmas so many words about God. But we should interpret it in the way in which we can understand. Otherwise, we are only control C, control V. It will not have any effect. We have tried that. So when Papa says chanting is for remembrance, first stage itself we are trying to get some clarity. Though we have been chanting for now decades, why is it that it has not gone deep into us? Excepting during that particular time of chanting, we get elated, So we have been asked to apply our mind on this remembrance aspect. These 4 steps: chanting, remembrance, connecting His presence and His presence in all. So first hurdle is there, That is why when we chant, the mind also goes out. Though we have been reading Papa's words, that the mind is going out because our love is for so many things, not merely for the Nami, not merely for Ram. So all those words we have many a time heard, but still the remembrance is not very clear.
Swamiji, chanting to remembering him சொல்லும்போதோ சாண்டிங் பண்ணும்போதோ அந்த மைண்ட் குவைட்டனிங் ஆகணும். அது 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 சாண்டிங் டைம்ல இருக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ அது குவைட்டனிங் ஆகுதோ அவ்வளோக்கு அவ்வளோ வெளியில வந்துடும் சம்திங். அதுக்கப்புறம் திருப்பியும் நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் டே அப்படியோ இல்லை திருப்பியும் அது சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கும் போதோ அது அந்த குவைட்டனிங் த மைண்ட்லயே அது ஒரு பெரிய போராட்டமா இருக்கு.
அது என்னத்தினாலேன்னு சொன்னால், நமக்கு அந்த ராம்னு சொன்னால் என்னன்னு இனியும் புரிஞ்சிட்லையே. அதனால தான் unless we try to understand what the word Ram stands for. In Papa's case, he was very clear right from the beginning that it stands for the subtle and mysterious power. Who is in us, who is in everybody, who is the enlivening principle, who is propelling everything. This clarity had come to him. We have heard, we have read. Prior to that, we have had so many concepts about God. So to sift everything and then go through everything and find out the real one, it requires some deep reflection, அதான் என்னத்தினால வாயால் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கிறத மனசு போகிறது, அது கிளாரிட்டி வராதனால. கிளாரிட்டி வந்தால் போகாது. ராம்னு சொல்கிறத இந்த மைண்டு எங்கேயோ போகிறதுன்னு சொன்னால், ராம்னா என்னன்னு நமக்கு சரியாக புரிஞ்சால் போகாதே. When we remember a person, that person comes before us, When we remember about an object, that object comes before us. So the remembrance means we have the remembrance of what we have experienced, what we have seen, what we have heard. So when the masters say that he is this, he is that, it is for us to do a deep study, in-depth study. With form or without form, doesn't matter. In the abstract.
Yeah.
the downpulling forces of the body that is in us, which it is the via media for chanting and all the four stages. But while we are disturbed by either cough or any downpulling forces, it is not possible to be continuous. It becomes discontinuous.
It is all because
at that time, how are we to face it?
it is all because we are yet to get some clarity on the word Ram. Body is subject to
quality, good, love, personified,
no.
Power, everything.
Those are all okay attributes. Still we have to go. We cannot keep on imposing this. Finally, it can't be explained, but at the same time we can go very near to that, and we will accept everything as they are. Because the moment we come to know that body is subject to diseases, it is remembering him. We don't have to think something else.
Oh, incognito, inside, within us.
Anything and everything that is happening only by his will. So that will help us to have this proper remembrance.
Are we not to cognize it as disturbance while chanting Ramnam?
When we chant Ramnam, even if there is disturbance, the disturbance is also caused by that power,
Yes.
So we are remembering that power. All that we need is to remember him. Remembering the power, because he has given us the facilities, the equipments to chant his name. That is why Papa keeps on harping this, that you must know you are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is making you to chant, who is making you to put hurdles, who is making you to concentrate, who is making you not to concentrate. If you go through the last page in Quest of God, Papa has beautifully brought out all the opposites there, so that the mind does not condition that this is God, rest of the things are not ungodly. No.
It's not ungodly.
In quest of God, why he has given? Because we are like, as spiritual aspirants, we might get into some sort of these are all the things which will lead me to God. These are all the things which will keep me away from God. But as we keep on progressing, at least ideally we will keep this in our mind. The last page.
My question of ponderance over is, Samatva Bhava is being disturbed.
Samatva Bhava, I'll tell you. He says, "O man, where is sweetness? It is in thee. Where is bitterness? It is in thee. Where is happiness? It is in thee. Where is misery? It is in thee. Where is light? It is in thee. Where is darkness? It is in thee. Where is love? It is in thee. Where is hate? It is in thee. Where is heat? It is in thee. Where is cold? It is in thee. Where is good? It is in thee. Where is evil? It is in thee. Where is truth? It is in thee. Where is untruth? It is in thee. Where is wisdom? It is in thee. Where is ignorance? It is in thee. Where is heaven? It is in thee. Where is hell? It is in thee. Where is God? It is in thee. Where is illusion? It is in thee." As we read, we are not to learn it by heart. The idea is conveyed to us that everything is pervaded and covered by him and him and him and him only, so that we don't distance ourselves from him at all. Whether it is in the form of physical disturbance, mental disturbance, intellectual disturbance, social disturbance, as spiritual aspirants, we have to keep on hammering this. Everything has come from him, everything is in him, everything has been with him, in him only. This, I am unable to accept the truth. Kindly enable me to accept the truth. Every now and then when the mind colorizes or picturizes that this is ungodly, I am moving away from God, I am not remembering him, I am forgetting him, immediately these words will say, even the very act of forgetting is also because of him. Even the very act of now telling, of feeling some what you call restlessness, the disturbance. Yeah. So we try, oh, Acha, you are there. In Bhagavad Gita, when he was explaining about this, he said, Matta smridijnanam apohanam cha.
Yes, yes.
I am the smriti, remembrance. I am the knowledge. I am also the forgetting nature. Smriti jnanam apohanam. So everything I forget. Okay, you are not forgetting. He made you to forget. I am remembering. You are not remembering. He made you to remember. This we have to keep on telling our own mind. Don't picturize anything where he is not.
Yes, yes.
You are alive only because of him.
ஆனால் பாசிட்டிவ் நேச்சர் கொண்டு வரும். ஸ்மிருதி புராண நாம ஆலயம் கருணாலயம் கொண்டு வரும். அந்த சமயத்தில் டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் வரும்பொழுது அதை தடைப்படுத்தும்.
The disturbance is very, very aware. In order to make ourselves pakka, perfect, he also causes disturbance. We all know how the transition took place in the life of Vittal Rao. How severe was his sufferings?
இன்னொன்று சுவாமிஜி, நான் பட்டாலும் பரவாயில்ல, என் சுவாமிஜி படக்கூடாதுன்றது அது இரும்பும் போது எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு.
அப்படி இல்லையே,
என்ன பண்ண முடியும்?
அப்படி இல்லையே. நம்ம எல்லாத்தையுமே கவர்ன் பண்ணதாரு பகவான் தானே. That's all. But because of nothing wrong in it. அந்த ப்ரே பண்ண வைக்கிறதும் அவர் தான் விசாரிக்கணுமே. Then there's no problem, no. We are remembering him means every moment. This year in our New Year message. Okay, forget about the New Year message. We may not be having it.
It is there.
One minute. That particular word.
Ram's will lesson.
Swamiji, we didn't get New Year message also. It didn't come in the temple also. Swamiji அருள் புரிஞ்சா நல்லா இருக்கும். அந்த message.
என்னது?
New Year's message. Yeah, those who are not attended.
Yeah.
Kind enough to just hand over by
Vision.
me.
It is there in the vision.
Will be much obliged.
Nice.
One consciousness.
In this world play,
One power at work.
in this world play, there is one power at work. There is one consciousness that witnesses all its movements, one intelligence that guides and controls all affairs. In fact, one spiritual radiance which is flooding the entire earth. This power and radiance is God, and this will ever triumphs. What does it mean?
It means we have no free will. It means there is only one.
சொன்னதெல்லாம் எல்லாம் அடங்கிட்டு இருக்குது.
Everything is run by him.
In this world play, there is one power at work. That means we try to go to the origin of everything,
Yes.
There is one consciousness that witnesses all its movements.
Witnesses.
One intelligence that guides and controls all affairs. Let us first understand it in ourselves. The one power, the life force. The life force, the awareness absolute, the intelligence absolute. These three are behind me and my world. I have no idea. I cannot own this. When I was a seed in my mother's womb, I was not there. The present me and mine was not there.
Yes.
From there we start. The originator, the actuator.
அது ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும்போது தானே அதை பத்தி நினைப்போம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இதுல நினைக்க வேண்டிய தேவையில்லை.
இப்போ பப்பா சொல்றாரே நம்ம நினைக்கிறோமே, why should we bother? இப்போ நினைப்போமே, whatever that has gone, bygones are bygones. Why not we try to put ourselves on this process now? There is one power at work, one consciousness that witnesses all its movements, one intelligence that guides and controls all affairs. In fact, one spiritual radiance which is flooding the earth. This power and radiance is God, and His will ever triumphs. The bitterness in the bitter gourd, the spiciness in the chili, the sweetness in the sugar cane, the sourness in the tomato, like that, we try to accept that, oh, this is that, this is that, this is that, this is that. Let us try to accept some first, All these pairs of opposites, we are trying to do it.
Yes.
Then we try to slowly, that is why Papa has put it in the last page there, so that let us not jump into any conclusion to partition certain things as godly, certain things as ungodly. Then we will not be able to accept that His will alone triumphs. Very difficult. For us it is very difficult, but let us try to get more and more clarity on this ideal, and try to start accepting the theory 1, 2, 3, something like that in a day. Not philosophizing. Anything that happens to me from morning till evening, certain things I can categorize as good, certain as bad, certain as favorable, certain as not favorable. As you said, a cough, I want to chant Ram Nam, immediately I get suffocated. Gasping comes, pause. This also you are, I must be able to know, why are you causing me this? Okay, I can understand you are causing me this, then don't cause the disturbance in my mind. Why don't you please enable me to accept it as that is also yours? This dialogue, this is how we set ourselves on the process. Early morning we get up.
When disturbance is there, we must have a dialogue.
When the disturbance is there, we must have dialogue.
This dialogue alone can help.
Swamiji, upon the down-pulling thoughts are also given by...
It is the so-called down-pulling forces. Correct. But at that time, suppose in Papa, many of us have forgotten many things, When Papa was also confronted with this question, when he came back after the itinerant life, when he was in Panchapandava cave, and when, according to him then, some down-pulling thoughts were disturbing him. And immediately he cried. In spite of so much austerity, so much of surrender, why are you still giving this to me? That means after even 4 years of intense practice, not like us, he was exclusively involving himself in that. And then he undertook this journey. We all know that with nothing to fall back upon, entirely relying on God and God and God alone. And then he was able to come back, and then he was there. One day he felt again some down-pulling forces or tendencies or cravings were disturbing. So he cried. When he cried, the mind became quiet. Then after a few days again, to borrow Papa's words, he said the fellow was up again.
No doubt, after audience only it is coming, isn't it? After certain audience, these down-pulling forces having its experience.
No, please hear this. Please hear this.
1 minute.
Please hear this. So when the down-pulling again, when he felt that it is again welling up, when he cried, he heard intuitively the answer, Why are you separating me? I am there in everything. In that, Papa has written a word, don't try to destroy the thoughts, transform them. Kindly think about it. We all have these down-pulling forces, So at that time, he gives us a clue, immediately this also you have done it, no. The moment we associate, the moment we bring the God dimension along with that particular labeled thought, according to Papa, it changes its face. We are remembering him, That is why he said, don't destroy. You cannot destroy, you can only transform. So even the so-called labeled negative thoughts or down-pulling thoughts, we find its relevance there, and then his presence is felt. So these are all the revelations Papa has given to us so that spirituality becomes a practical journey, not an utopian, not an imaginary one. Whatever.
Is by having patience at that moment.
At that time, should we have patience?
We keep on, what we should have, each one has to work out. Nobody can give, Each one has to work out their own path. The Master is giving us, placing before us his experience. Whatever we can try, we try, and we try to mold it in according to our own character. Mataji, when she was elaborately discussing about the efficacy of Ramnam, she said, Ramnam should be chanted according to the frame of mind you have. If you are just following the words of another, it will not reach. So that means even while chanting, it should go along with my original nature, not a borrowed one. We cannot follow what somebody has said. That we have been trying, for 40 years, 30 years, 50 years. Where are we now? So we have to devise a method that is original. Yeah. It's a very beautiful word of Mataji. It is thought-provoking, very, 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 very thought-provoking.
Swamiji, Ramnam should be chanted according to our own frame of mind as a study of Puriyalla. Can you explain that?
Can you explain that?
Ramnam should be chanted with the right frame of mind. That she wants.
That is Swamiji is going to.
Not right frame of mind.
What?
Yes, Swamiji is going to explain Padma's
One minute. Mataji's own words. You see the love they have for us. How they immediately make us to remember. Each one has to take the mantra the way it suits him. You should hearken to the prompting of your heart and do as Papa wants you to. I will again read. Each one, Mataji was bringing out her experience. I will read out the whole. It is only after you have chanted his name aloud for some time, you will be able to do mental japa. If you try to do mental japa right away, your mind will be running here and there in ever so many directions, so much so that whatever japa you do will have no impact. But if you are to take his name aloud and concentrate on the sound of the name, then that itself will take your mind within and will take the mental japa also very easily. That is what Papa taught me. He asked me to take his name aloud in the beginning and assured me that it would gradually go within and become both the Saguna and Nirguna Swarup and the state beyond both. I was then chanting the mantra both mentally and orally. And finally she caps the whole thing. Each one has to take to the mantra the way it suits him. So by trial and error, we have to keep on thinking, how should I make the mantra effective? When we intensely, earnestly cry for that, it will be heard. This is the assurance they have given to us. Mataji was struggling, in Kasaragod ashram. She cried, yeah. So Papa guided her, go within, go within, go within, go within. And then she developed her own method by which, she was able to capture the theme.
Even for Kundalini Satya also, he did not cry. Papa did not allow us to go.
So the idea is that we should develop our own. That is important, no? So we try, and we have a dialogue with him. No, this is not helping me. The mind is still going out. Please guide me. Again, for some time the mind is quiet. Again the mind goes out. No, this is not the way. Just like as children pester their parents, we have to pester him to make us aware of the path that is okay for us. Because why why this is important? Right from the moment we started hearing all these things, the normal tendency is to follow what we have heard. And we have tried that. And now we are trying to evaluate,
Yes, Swami.
We are trying to evaluate. It has not helped me. Helped me to the extent to which it should help me. It has helped me to some extent. But the remembrance aspect I have not been able to hold on. If I remember while chanting, I will be able to remember him even during non-chanting. That is the litmus test. If I am in a position to develop the remembrance during chanting time, I will be able to remember him during the non-chanting time too. Because remembrance gets stamped in our mind. It is not that when we chant we remember. That is the only way that can be expressed. Because he is there whether we chant or not. No? The reality is with us, has been with us, will be with us. So we are trying to remember him, and the chanting enables us to put us on the rails. So first of all, somebody has beautifully pointed out today, remembrance. Let us try to go deeper and deeper into it and pray to him. Make me to remember you while chanting. I am chanting for the sake of chanting, to be blunt. I have a sankalpa that I should do 5 mahalas a day, and I am doing that. When I am in ashram, I join as many session programs so that I can chant. But all those things were only for chanting. But the remembrance aspect, somehow it has evaded me. It is not very clear to me. Now, having gone through that, now enabled me to remember you, even if I chant for 1 minute. So what this remembrance aspect, it's a nice thing that somebody was prompted to bring out this word. Because that is the first starting point. Remembrance. And once we have that remembrance, like cycling or swimming, that balance when we get, it will never go. So he is there in everything. That is why in that New Year message he said, his will alone triumphs. So we now pray, You have made us to chant, you have made us to enjoy now. The next is
Can you please send us the New Year message by mail?
By email, she wants a New Year message.
Okay, we will send it. It is there in the
We
vision.
have not got.
mission they are not partner.
That for the day will be helpful.
Anyway.
What for the day is not coming these days, Swami. I don't know. After January, I have not got thought for the day.
They are not getting thought for the day itself.
Yes, Swamiji.
It stopped after.
For 2 days we stopped the thought for the day.
Why, Swamiji?
Nobody was asking.
Look at that. We are just doing it.
Now you say that we are happy. Achha, we are sending nobody. We have gotten now a system who have all opened. So many people have opened. So we thought, suppose we stop for a couple of days.
Uncle, 1 minute, you stop.
We stop for a couple of days. Somebody should ask, Then only they are looking at it. And now we have started getting this. It's not there. We have reopened. Only for 2 days we experimented.
I'm not getting even now. I informed
She has not got even now.
You have, like that, like that you are one of, like that. We wanted some people to say that. So it was pointed out, and then we are again back to square one. We are sending it. Anyway, that will be there.
You will send the message.
Huh?
Every day she was reading.
Yes,
Thought for that.
fingers go, just we have it very nice.
It is the tonic, Swamiji.
Tonic it seems.
Cough tonica, essence tonica, cough tonica, head tonic.
Full tonic. Full tonic.
So many thousands of people are being sent, they are getting this, but only a few opens. So you just wanted to try. Otherwise, all the efforts of locating that particular quotation and then putting it every day morning, even vision we are now trying that. Because from 32 pages, we have brought it down to 16 pages, whether people are in a position to read, because it is coming in the form of email or WhatsApp. For WhatsApp, it is too long. That is, again, we have brought it down in the form of Awake newsletter. All these things are being worked. Because we want Papa's words to reach out to more and more people. And it will definitely be an incentive for the people who are manning it if somebody says, I have not received. Otherwise, how will we know? Of course, now the system is also providing. Papa has also provided through the system, MailChimp, Papa, they say some, by which we know whoever opened. Suppose we send to 10,000 people, how many people have opened, that we come to know. And out of the people who have come to know, how many have clicked it again. Luckily, all those facilities he has given, though he makes people not to open it also. But so this from the Vyavaharik angle, he wants us to do this, he wants us to experience. Anyway, you will get, those who want to get, they will definitely get.
I want Swamiji.
Okay. Now coming back to remembrance, let us not dilute. Most important aspect is remembrance. Anyway.
Okay, we will send it.
எல்லாருக்குமே போறது நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணா தானே உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். ரெண்டு நாள் தான் வரலை. ஆமாம், 2 நாள் வரலை, அது அனுப்பலை, அதனாலதான். Anyway, now that you say you are getting it, we are very happy.
Shruti, I want to tell something to Swamiji.
1 minute.
Remembrance is mindfulness, is it?
Remembrance is?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness, is it so?
Yes, it can be interpreted like that. Mindfully.
1 minute.
So even then, I don't know whether it has conveyed the same meaning. The real remembrance is accepting everything as his. So to begin with, we may employ any techniques, but ultimately every moment, every second of our activity is determined by him. The moment I become aware of this, that is remembrance. So to put me on that line, Master gives us the name. So when I chant, we have to start with something. Then we have now done fairly 30-40 years of chanting. But still we feel God is a concept, not a reality. And our mind says, only when you do this, you remember God. When you do this, you don't remember God. So many, the mind interprets. Again and again we try to go at it. Then Papa says, in one way, he says, remembrance itself is darshan. Remembrance is, why he said darshan, the moment we see an object, we remember it. We remember a person. Even if we have seen so many people. Suppose somebody comes and says, 15 years back I came and you met me, you didn't discuss. Suddenly we may not. Then he may say something by which we will remember. Some incident. One person came, an elderly person, to yesterday or day before yesterday. We were in the midst of some work, sitting in information center. We were deeply involved in that. So we came, please sit down. We remember his face. He said, I had come here a few years back, yes. You remember me? Your face is okay, but I am yet to, okay. Then he said, I was the one who was sent from here to Bombay for employment. Then there I resigned and joined railway. Yeah. Then I said, I remember. When he made a reference about his previous employer, who was a great devotee of ashram, immediately we said, yeah, then you resigned and joined, correct. So how does this remembrance comes? Mindfully we hear, yes, in that aspect you can say, mindfully we hear and register, and that remembrance comes. And whenever it is slightly, it appears to be fading away, something is needed for that to fine tune. So similarly, when we chant the name, suppose mindfully chanting means I am chanting the name of one who is prompting me to chant, who is behind this chanting. Just think, I am chanting the name of one who is making me to chant, who is within me, who is making me to chant. If I mindfully try, I don't know how it can be. Each one has to try. It is not hearing will not help. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. How does the mind bring this dimension along with the chanting? Each one has to try. Just because we heard this, we will not be able to do it. 5 minutes we should intensely try. How to bring in this dimension. I am chanting the name of one who is within me, who is making me to chant. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. I am chanting the name of one who is within me, who is making me to chant. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Like that 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 times I try. I may fail. Again I keep on trying. Next day also I keep on trying. One day the aperture will open. And what is the tangible gain? When we know that he is the one who is making me to chant, suddenly the revelation comes, he is behind everything, He
is already in existence.
So the remembrance becomes a reality then.
Yes.
That is why we said, remembrance, what is the litmus test? Even during the non-chanting time, Nama is only an instrumental device by which he is there. So Nama helps us to remember him. His remembrance, we don't know how to make it a reality. Each one has to try in their own way, not by hearing. 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day we have to try this, and something will emerge out of it. Probably for the first few days it may be difficult, but later on, not more than 5 minutes, because again the mind will start going out. You are off the track. Again we try. 5 minutes, that's all. Or we have one mala. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 10 times we now chant. During these 10 times, we employ a method to remember that he is making us to chant. How does the chanting take place? We are asking ourselves. I know that the chanting is going on. There, as you said, the mindfully chanting, consciously chanting, knowingly chanting. That try, we have to try. It might help us. Because
Mindfully chanting even in marketplace, possible.
so we keep on trying and evolve a method for ourselves, no?
Yes.
That is important.
Yes.
So time, we don't have much time now before us.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Most of us are in the evenings of our life. So we have so we have to hurry up now. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years have gone by, yeah? Or 50 years, 60 years, or 70 years. In our case, 80 years now.
Jayanti aunty wanted to
Huh?
ask. Jayanti aunty wanted to ask.
We are meeting Swamiji today only as this, even though 40 years back.
Yeah.
Jayanti aunty,
Jayanti Amma, what is that?
She wanted to talk to you.
she wanted to tell you something.
Ah.
Jayanti aunty, I think she's.
Swamiji, after 2-3 days I'm not well, Swamiji. Again I'm breathless.
She's not well, having breathlessness.
Whole night I couldn't sleep.
Whole night she
Today
was.
I'm little better.
Oh.
Why Papa is not helping Swamiji?
Why Papa is not helping?
So much.
No. We have, when we ask the question outside, he may not answer. But when we ask him, you are within me, you have made me understood that.
Every breath when I'm getting breathlessness, I call Papa. I'm telling Papa, help my breath.
Correct, agreed.
Whole night.
I can. Yeah, it is difficult, agreed. It is 100%. It is.
Why Papa is not helping?
Why? The why and whereof we have no choice, If we have a choice, we can take him into task. His will alone triumphs. His will alone triumphs. So, though it is very difficult to accept.
Take me.
We keep on praying.
Extreme.
That this is a stage. Everyone is passing through that. Especially those who are sick. Those body has become aged, wearied. And naturally, the body may not cooperate, though the mind would like to do that. So the only option we have been told is, the only option before us is to pray to him. Silently we can pray. I cannot open my mouth and chant because then the breathing comes. So please help me how to remember you, even in these times of crisis. We also pray that your prayer should be heard. The practical problem. Agreed. Practical problem. We can understand it.
Blessings.
Yeah, we keep on praying.
Swamiji, in the name itself, the Jai is there. We need not worry. Victory is there. Jayanti.
Recently, a senior devotee passed away in London. When she was critically ill, almost every alternative day we were talking to her. And she said, enough is enough. We are only praying to Papa to relieve me from all suffering. And she herself will chant 3 times.
The last prayer.
And the chanting is with poise, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So through that hearing, Papa is teaching us that during your healthy time, if you remember like this, if you put in your efforts to do this manana, this reflection, contemplation, and mindfully chanting, the effect is when we actually need a prop, a support, something to hold on, immediately instead of anything outside, this one comes to us. Practical. 10 days back it had happened. 10 days back.
Yes.
The last one was 3 times she chanted slowly. She said, you pray that we should be relieved. We said, we are also praying that Papa should relieve you from all sufferings in any manner he feels fit. And then when we were about to chant, she herself chanted. And the chanting was not with any excitement and in a poised manner. So we were remembering the sloga in Bhagavad Geeta where, he assures us, Antakaleja mameva smaran mukta kalevaram. So when somebody tries to remember me at the time of living, Antakaleja, I give you promise, he will come to me. There is no doubt about it. We were remembering that word. So we are also praying. When you choose to take us, when you choose to make us to drop the body and make us to become one with your cosmic being, this should be writ large in our mind at the last moment. Please. And that will come only when we prepare now, At that time, it may not be possible. So without losing any time, we will now try to mindfully chant. That's a beautiful word. So that mindfully chanting means not merely concentrating on the chanting. Mindfully chanting will enable us to lead to what exactly we should remember. Remembering that He is behind everything, His will alone prevails. We all of us have to do a lot of contemplation on this and prayer and inner dialogue. Everyone will get some clarity. Because yes.
At that time we totally submit. His will alone prevails. At that time we submit. Why don't we submit before?
Let us try now to submit. Now and here.
உங்களுக்கு அந்த இதில் சின்ன அந்த லெக்சரில் வரும்போது உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். ஒரு எலைட் பீப்புள் யூஸ் சம் காஃபி. அந்த காஃபி சாப்பிட்ட பிற்பாடு சாப்பிட இன்னும் நான் சாப்பிட போகிறேன். 2 பேர் போனாங்க ஃப்ளைட்டில், they became ashes. அது டெஸ்டினின்னு சொல்கிறதா என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
I tell you, we are on. I will tell you, please excuse us. We are on trying to develop a line of thought. Let us try to concentrate more and more about it, so that we will carry it. Even after the satsang session for some time. Let us try to concentrate upon this. Remembrance, and remembrance. How am I to write this from this moment? We will try to tutor our mind. How do we make us feel that we are remembering you? Why don't you please make us feel that we are remembering you? You have facilitated everything for us, minus remembrance. This is not fair. You kindly make us aware that we remember you. We remember you at every moment of your life.
Okay, uncle. Tomorrow we will
ஆமாம். ஆறு
You can Swamiji, I'm telling Papa, somebody who hold my hand and take me.
Hold my hand and
correct.
She's telling Papa.
Correct. Keep on.
Take me by your hand.
Yeah. Any method, that is what it is. Anything that is okay for us.
Thrice I say,
Kind of you.
Papa, hold my hand and take me.
Correct.
When
Any method.
போதும் மேடம்.
Whether this method or that method, each one has to choose one's own method. So let us try, how to make the remembrance a reality in our life. Let us keep on thinking it and meet day after tomorrow. By the time he would have definitely given us some clues. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Om